Hello, hello. It is JoAnne here. In today's video, we are going to be tapping to end the addiction to chocolate. Now, if you haven't met me yet, I am JoAnne Schaub, and I share ways to be the happiest and healthiest version of yourself. And here I am today sharing with you one of the things that prevents me from being the healthiest version of myself. And let me just tell you, it takes a lot for me to admit it because I don't like to admit that I have an addiction to chocolate. I feel like addiction is a very strong word, and I am using it because I feel that I have taken my overindulgences with chocolate or my indulgence with chocolate like to the next level. It's very unhealthy. I don't care how dark the chocolate is. It's not healthy in the quantity that I've been eating it in. Okay. I don't like admitting it. I don't like it. So, but if you're watching this, I'm assuming that you're in a similar position. And so you're ready to end the addiction that you have with chocolate. So I want to talk about the physical potential, like physical addiction to it and the emotional addiction to it. So physically, we want to look at a couple things. And I'm not a doctor, not a holistic practitioner of any sorts, but these are some recommendations that I've received and that I'm sharing with you. I'm passing along so you have your own discernment here. One thing is a candida yeast overgrowth. So if you, in your microbiome in your gut, if you have too much candida yeast, it is actually going down there and it is asking your body for more sugar, more sugar, more sugar. Okay, that's what it feeds off of. So a year ago, I was on this supplement, a spirulina supplement, and I swear I felt so leveled out with it. I wasn't having the cravings, and it spirulina actually helps with your gut microbiome. So that is something that you can look into. And if you need a recommendation for a spirulina, let me know. I can look up what I use. And I'll say this one thing with spirulina, you want to make sure that it's a really good quality because spirulina is out in the environment. It is Mother Nature's detoxifier. So it's pulling in toxins from the air and from the water. And yeah, so you just don't want to be eating, spirulina that's absorbing all these toxins. So you want to make sure it's grown well. The other thing is magnesium deficiency. So in our culture, about 90% of the population, it's said that we're deficient in magnesium. And it's because our soil is not as rich as it once was. So maybe looking at a magnesium supplement to support that. So those are the two physical aspects that I would like to suggest to you. The other is the emotional aspect, and that's what we're going to work on today. So your brain is, you have like about 60,000 some thoughts a day, and there's all these, patterns that your brain takes. You think a lot of the same thoughts, you do a lot of the same things, so your brain is constantly working in very similar patterns. And that can be a great thing when you hop in your car and you want to drive it, you automatically know how to do it. But it's not always a good thing when it's, actually working against you. And in this case, overindulging in chocolate is working against us because it's not creating the healthiest version of ourselves, right? If I had 2 squares of chocolate, a couple times a week, that's healthy. But having a chocolate bar every single day, no matter how good that chocolate bar is as far as quality goes, it's still not healthy. And I really can't justify it anymore. And that's what I've been doing for quite some time. So we are going to do a tapping session today to end the addiction to chocolate. So let's get centered. You can bring your hands to your heart and just take a moment. If you've never tapped before, tapping your acupressure points, you're just going to follow along with me. I'm going to keep my eyes closed for a lot of the practice because it just helps me stay tuned in to my inner wisdom. And Yeah, so if I'm tapping on the top of my head and you're down here on the collarbone, that's all good. Okay, just keep on tapping all the different points. Keep repeating keep repeating what I say after I say it, and you'll be good. All right, so starting here at the heart center, let's just take a moment to get connected to ourselves and just know that by doing this right here, right now, we are already healing this pattern. We're already healing this pattern. It's already happening right now without even starting to tap on our acupressure points. All right, so let's start here. Karate chop point. Even though I'm addicted to chocolate, I deeply and completely love and accept myself. Even though I'm addicted to chocolate, I deeply and completely love and accept myself. Even though I'm addicted to chocolate, I deeply and completely love and accept myself. Okay, we'll go to the top of the head. So many times I have reached for chocolate, for comfort, for pleasure. I have reached for chocolate to ease my overwhelm. I have reached for chocolate to fulfill needs that chocolate could never fulfill. I have used chocolate as a way to add pleasure to my life. I have used chocolate to soothe my stress. I have used chocolate to ease my boredom. I have used chocolate. I have looked to chocolate to fill voids in myself and in my life that chocolate could never fulfill. Chocolate is not meant to support me emotionally. Chocolate is not meant to support me emotionally. Chocolate is meant to be enjoyed. Chocolate is meant to be eaten. Rarely. Not even occasionally, but rarely. Chocolate is a dessert. And desserts are not meant to be eaten daily because the facts are if you eat too much sugary sweets, you're going to inflate the fat cells. That is the truth about chocolate. Chocolate is a dessert. Chocolate is a dessert. Chocolate is a dessert and is meant to be eaten rarely. Chocolate is not meant to fulfill my emotional needs. Chocolate is definitely not meant to fulfill my emotional needs. I 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 fulfill my emotional needs by doing the things that make a difference. And those things are going for a walk, journaling, writing down what I'm thinking, talking to somebody, expressing how I feel, not letting it bottle up inside me. It is my responsibility to meet my own needs. It is my responsibility to meet my own needs. And I am 100% capable of meeting those needs. I am 100% capable of meeting my own needs. I know how to ask for help. I know how to communicate my needs. I know what truly brings me pleasure. Chocolate no longer fulfills me in a way that I was projecting. I was giving chocolate all this power. I was giving chocolate all this power to comfort me, to soothe me, to give me pleasure. I have the power. I reclaim my power. I reclaim my power. I reclaim my power. The power I have to choose what is going to support me, what is truly going to support me. I have the power to choose, and I reclaim my power. All right, let's put our hands on our heart center. Just take a moment, take a deep breath. I want you to imagine there was an energetic cord between you and your favorite chocolate. And I want you to cut it. I want you to cut it, and I want you to cut it. And I want you to fully let it disintegrate. Just imagine that visually, allowing that cord connection, that energy connection. Everything is energy. Everything is energy. We're all connected. So severing that connection no longer has a grip on you. It no longer has a grip. Let chocolate be what chocolate is, a dessert to enjoy rarely. And find ways to add pleasure to your life, to relieve your stresses in a way that's going to be supportive of you being the healthiest version of yourself. So feel free to comment below and let me know how this experience was for you. Let me know, what are your new choices? What are the choices that you're going to make when you find yourself feeling those feelings? You've severed that cord. You're not reaching for chocolate. You're not reaching for it. It has no power over you. You have reclaimed that power. So what are you going to do? How are you going to nurture yourself? How are you going to soothe yourself? How are you going to give yourself pleasure? So figure those things out, because the stress of life is not going anywhere, okay? It's what it is. It's the human experience, right? And we are here for it. We are here for it. We wanted this. We were excited about it. Okay. However, we can get a lot of times caught up in that human experience, and it can feel like we've given our power over to things. So reclaiming that power that you have over yourself, over your choices, and knowing how you're going to deal with the stresses in your life or add pleasure to your life in other ways so that you can have that healthy support versus that fake support. That's what it was. It was fake. It was a fake relationship. Okay. We don't do fake. We do real. All right. Thank you so much for watching. Thank you for tapping along with me. I'd love to hear your experience. I'd love for you to subscribe to the channel. I'm going to be sharing more and more healthy ways, healthy practices, happiness practices. This is what it's all about. It's about living your healthiest version of yourself, about living your happiest version of yourself. It's your time here on earth. Why would you not be the happiest and healthiest version of yourself? Why not? Right? Okay. Thank you for watching, and I look forward to the next video.